Due to the nature of this program, listener aggression is advised.
This is Chris Broderick with the Fever 333.
Pusillus Maximus from Guard.
This is Eric from Necrogoblicon.
Hey, this is Jamie from Bullet My Valentine.
Hey, you got Dimebag's Hack.
I do a million interviews, and you guys know how to have fun.
What's up? This is Sam Rivers.
And this is Damon from Sleep Killers.
What's up, guys? It's Dorothy.
Hi, I'm Todd. And I'm Frank from Slash featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators.
This is Stephen Brewer from Westfield Massacre.
This is Joe from Dead.
This is Tommy Vex from The Bad Wolves.
This is Ivan from Disconnected. And right now, you're listening to Honest Brutality. Motherfucker.
Hi, this is Max.
This is Bo.
And we're Seven Maces, and you listen to Honest Brutality.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Honest Brutality. This is the show that is all things rock, metal, and stuff that doesn't suck. I'm your host, Evil, and I'm joined by my co-hosts.
This is Big Sloppy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Camera Rebel.
How we all doing today?
Wonderful.
Well, you know who's doing great and ready to kick some ass and beat the hell out of us with a new album? Our boys Seven Mazes from Germany. What's up, fellas?
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
we are doing fantastic, man. Hey, we've been checking out all kinds of new material from you guys. You guys had a lot going on since the last time we spoke and had you on the show. I think you've had a drummer change, if I'm not mistaken. You've recorded a lot of new music. You got a kick-ass new video out. All kinds of great stuff going on. And get ready to drop a new album. Got an album release party coming up here real quick. Just a lot of exciting things going on in the Seven Mazes camp.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is that a one-word answer? We don't do that in Honest Brutality.
Absolutely. It was 2 words. It was absolutely.
I'll make it 2 words.
Let's back up just a little bit. For the listening audience, guys, go ahead, say hello, what you do in the band, so the listening audience knows who's speaking.
Okay, hey, my name is Max. I'm the singer and the rhythm guitarist.
My name's Bo. I play the bass.
My name's Davey, and I play lead guitar.
All right.
And Val, the new drummer, we like to keep hidden until the final reveal of the album.
Yeah. Well, in your defense, drummers are usually hideous and no good on a microphone. So
No. That's the point. He's like kind of stealing the show.
Stealing the show.
Really good looking. Even during the show, he's just hiding behind the cymbals.
Yeah, exactly. I get it. You sent us over a track today. I just heard it for the first time. It's called Paralyzed. It's a bonus if you pre-order the album.
Well, it's on the album, on the actual album, but you can get it earlier if you're pre-ordering the album.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we were just sitting here sampling it. I don't know if Rebel actually heard it.
No,
but Evil and I were sitting here listening, and we're listening to the opening. We're just kind of bobbing our heads. We're like, "Oh fuck, this is going to be good." It's going to be really that builds up.
I like to call it the shame's bondage.
Oh, that's amazing.
You have not changed, brother. I have missed you on this show. You were a lot of fun. I fucking love you. So anyway, in fact, you were highlighted. Evil called out your bass playing in this song. He liked what you were doing because it was kind of counter to what the guitar was doing in the song.
A little bit of a counter melody going on with the bass and the build up.
It's really slick, man. Really good stuff.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we don't usually compliment bass players, so you're lucky there. Good.
Oh, geez, all right.
Good call.
Well, okay, so let's drop back just a little bit. The new album, what's the release date officially?
It's May 24th.
And the album is called Revelations.
Absolutely.
How many tracks are we looking at total on this thing?
14 plus...
an acoustic bonus track in 15-1. That's a acoustic version of our second single, I think so. Yeah. Come Whatever May will be there as an acoustic version.
I'm looking forward to the acoustic version. I'm going to tell you right now, Come Whatever May has been rotated in my truck as I drive around probably 100 times already. I love that damn song. It's so good.
Thank you, man.
So I got to ask you, because your last album, Stronger in the End, you used your dad as inspiration for a lot of songwriting on that, if I'm not mistaken. It was really heartfelt. And I was listening to that actually on the way over to the studio this morning. And there's a lot of emotion in those lyrics, a lot of power there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then I was thinking, listen to Come Whatever May and Fire in the Eyes, all this other new songs you've been putting out. What drove this album? Because you used your dad on the last album. What was the driving force behind this album? I know you had to have some kind of inspiration for this. I just know the way you guys operate. There had to be something that drove this album. What was it?
But I'd say probably just the surrounding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Life itself.
It was life itself. It was. Some of the songs are inspired by old emotions, old stories of my life back then when I was a child. As you can hear on, for example, Come Whatever May. Some issues with some family issues I've had back then, and some of the songs have been reflecting ones. Some of them are about the things we're just seeing when we're walking around and watching people and looking into their eyes.
I'd say some stuff that concerns us in these days,
Such as you want to expand what things concern you.
Well, I'd say, I mean, you obviously don't know the whole album. I've listened to it.
Yeah, you bet. By the way, hey,
I do know the lyrics.
We're Honest Brutality over here, goddammit. We want an advanced copy.
Sure you will. You will get it.
Yeah, sure we will. Sure,
Next Friday.
Next Friday, maybe not next Friday, but I think within the next 2 weeks you will get it.
Oh, damn.
I don't know how long is the shipping. Yeah, we don't know. We Max and I, we are driving to get the album down here on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're driving to the factory where it will be produced. So we'll create a little bit of content to the for the listeners and the fans, that they can see, okay, how is an album just produced and all that stuff. And so we will get it 2 days earlier, and we will send it on the way to you guys.
Nice. Are you guys doing a vinyl cover of this album, or are you just going to do CDs and digital at this point?
Not yet, but we're planning to do so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a question of money, and but as soon as we can afford it, we will do a vinyl version of it.
Wait a second, you guys are big rock stars now. You should have all kinds of money.
Are we?
Yeah, 17,000.
Yeah, my account doesn't know.
Right now.
Account doesn't know.
Bo, you were talking about, some of the material on the new album is just looking around you and seeing, what's going on around you guys. I just have to say that your video, Stay Together, was absolutely amazing. And for the lyrics and the visual effects with the video, you guys nailed it as far as like bringing those two elements together to produce the video.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you bet.
That's actually what I was referring to, like stuff that's going around.
We did notice, Max, your hairstyle. You got some kind of a man bun thing going on, and I wanted to say,
sure.
I just want to say, it kind of looks like you're wearing a rooster on your head, buddy.
I am a rooster. An iron rooster.
Maybe you ought to do a cover of that song, The Rooster.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
Oh, goddamn right, it's It's one of my greatest bands of all time.
You have to listen to the Foo Fighters song, Iron Rooster. That is a good one.
I agree. Actually, you bring up Alice in Chains. We noticed you guys so far on all the singles that we've released, we've noticed you've really ramped up your game with your harmonies. What happened there?
Probably new musicians, because the first album was just Max and the former drummer Daniel.
Yeah, right.
It was all the two of them. It wasn't Davey on the guitar, and it wasn't me on the bass.
Yeah, it was just me and Daniel, and I think it's at one point it's new musicians and just the harmony in between the band. And the second part, I think, is experience. You just, I think, as every musician will do that, you're growing with every work, with every song you're writing, and you're getting better in doing your stuff. I think so.
Also the shows, because at the point when we started to play live, there was more musicians there, and we played stuff differently than Max recorded it on the album.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's us.
The first album. Yeah, the first album shows. Yeah.
Well,
so I think that counts in as well.
Your first album was recorded in Max's living room, basically, right?
Only the prototype's been recorded in my music room, which one you can see here. The listeners can't see, but you can see. And the final product was recorded in Rosenheim. That's a city about an hour away from here. It's Studio Suicidal, and we did the second album at the same studio.
Okay. Did you guys produced it and mastered it all yourselves, or had somebody do that for you?
I did it in a collaboration with our technician.
It's tech with a tech guy. It was a tech guy.
Yeah. Keep it simple.
Well, it's amazing and it's brilliant. The finished product is so slick and polished and well mastered. Here's the interesting thing. We were talking about this before we got on with you, and your band has that middle of the road appeal where it's heavy enough for people that like heavy, and it's mellow enough and radio friendly enough for people who like the poppier side of rock, without compromising either way. You guys have done a brilliant job of writing these songs that are radio friendly, yet they're technical and they're heavy and they appeal to a lot of audiences. So bravo to you. Good job.
Yeah, you can sing along to it.
Thank you very much.
That's kind of the thing we're talking about. You can listen to your albums and sing along with the albums. And a lot of bands can't say that anymore. It's hard. They try to do so many different things. They've lost a lot of focus. Where people like to sing along with the tunes on the radio, man. It's just
hopefully
natural.
Yeah, to me as well. I enjoy that middle path, however you would call it.
The middle way, yeah. Yeah, I think that's, in some kind of way, that's every time I'm just sitting down and writing stuff and, doing the job. I'm just trying to let the emotion flow, and but at the same moment, I just try to combine the hard stuff with the melodic stuff, and create a song for, as you mentioned before, for all people, just for the pop listeners and the radio listeners and the metalheads, the hard guys, the headbangers, to which one everybody can listen and enjoy it. And I think that's the goal. That's what we try to produce and to write.
We spoke to you guys before, and what has it been, a year, 2 years?
Nearly 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a while, and so we've seen tremendous growth with you guys over those years. And in fact, you guys did a U.S. tour.
Sure.
That was in 2018. So you guys went to Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Virginia, South Carolina. So why don't you tell us about your experience with that?
Where to start?
We want to hear it all. The good, the bad, the ugly, the crazy.
All right, the roads. I was driving over there, and
2 seconds before the police stopped you.
The first time I put my hands on the wheel, I think it was like a minute before I been pulled out because I was driving too slow. And he was just concerned if everything's all right. I was just, getting along with I was laughing myself.
Too slow. You guys have the fucking Autobahn over there. What the hell are you doing driving slow in the U.S.?
Yeah, but like the street signs and all that stuff, it's a little bit different.
Right.
And especially the car was... we love it, but
a 1986 Dodge Ram van.
Oh my God!
Where our host just installed 4 bunks in the back. He just built by himself. Well done bunks, but I think for hobbits or something like that. Small.
Yeah, in Virginia, while parking, we just lost our steering wheel.
Yeah.
The driver just had it in his hand. The steering attached to the car.
The steering wheel came off?
Yes, it did.
After 24 hours of driving, we just tried to park the car, and as we left the car, we tried to fix not to fix it, but to get the steering wheel in place. And while we've been trying to do that, the steering wheel broke off. So
wow.
Holy crap! Are you just kidding us?
This is why we drive German cars. Because
oh my gosh!
He said 1986. Awesome. They were driving a fucking rape van.
I know.
That's what they were driving.
I know.
Oh my God!
Yeah, pretty much. Oh my
Crazy.
gosh,
So,
amazing.
what were the experiences like playing live here in another country? That had to be pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, great. Actually, it was great. Especially the first. Was it the first or the second show? I don't know. One of the shows. I think we played for like 10 people.
Yeah, I think it was the first one in Maine, in Westbrook. No, no, in Maine it's been more. I think it was the second one. It was South Carolina.
Yeah,
Greenville.
But then again, the people that were there, they just been great. It made a lot of fun. I think it actually to that point, it was, at least for me, one of the best gigs we had so far.
Really?
Even if we're just playing for 10 people, but it was just the chemistry and stuff like it was just great. I had a lot of fun on stage, and after that, it just got better.
Yeah.
Also,
it was great.
also the feeling on the stage. Just that was a moment. It was like a game changer for me, at least.
Well, that's
so
cool.
Yeah,
I'm getting goosebumps hearing that. That's actually pretty awesome, man.
For me, that situation was in Lowell. Lowell at the Blue Shamrock.
That was the last show, right?
Yeah, it was the last show. We stood on stage and we played, I think, before One Time Mountain. Yeah. And I stood on stage and we're looking down to the crowd, and I just took Brian, the guitarist of One Time Mountain, on stage with me and hugged him and said thank you for inviting us and for that opportunity. And I got tears in my eyes and I said, wow, that's exactly what I want to do with my life.
What did you think about the surroundings, like our culture versus back home?
To us, they've been all pretty open and pretty friendly, and we had a fantastic host, many hosts. We had a great time over there. We had some sightseeing, and we've been at Salem. We loved the trip.
But I think especially after the shows, there was a lot of chatting with the crowd and people that just were there by accident or whatever, and seemed really open-minded.
Yeah. Were there things that you saw here, or some of the things that we do here that you're like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
What was that?
But I'm really sorry. Then again, it's the streets. I just was fucked up on the streets. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it, because I think most of the stuff, we see a lot around here via media and stuff like that. And of course, most of the movies don't really relate to the actual situation. But we have kind of like we do see a lot of your country over here. Or is it documentaries or whatever? But I wasn't expecting the situation on the road, and it was exciting. First time in an American mall.
Oh, really?
It was interesting. Yeah.
That was pretty nuts. That was interesting. First time in a mall. Oh my gosh! In Germany, you will get over 5 to 6 miles inside of it.
Oh, is that right?
Huh.
Interesting.
You have big, huge malls.
Yeah.
We kind of take those for granted over here, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're in almost every town has a large shopping mall.
One thing was like we entered a mart, some mart.
Oh, good luck with that.
Which sounds like a whale. I was astounded by there were these scooters in the entry for, let's say, people who don't like to walk too much or can't walk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was something. I've never seen that in there.
Yeah, you guys don't have those?
No, of course you can buy these or get these probably if you're sick enough or whatever.
Right.
Right, but they just don't have them to the public to borrow.
No, you wouldn't see them in a supermarket or somewhere.
So now you guys didn't jump on them and have races down an aisle or anything?
No, we thought we're like the visitors here, like show some good behavior and stuff like that.
They'd be driving down the wrong side of the aisle.
That is a question I need to clarify. Are you guys driving on the opposite side of the road as we do in the U.S.?
No. It's the same.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
And then let's go back, Bo. You said the streets. So are you talking about the shitty potholes in the streets that we drive in?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the condition of the road.
We had one situation. I think it was on the way back home. from the last show from Lowell to was it Billerica or
we've been in Haverhill.
Haverhill, yeah. No, but the shop from Value's parents have been in Billerica.
Yeah.
And we've been driving home from from the show from Lowell, I think about an hour, and we all been fucking tired, and we've been sleeping in the back of the car, and all of a sudden, everybody was asleep instead of the driver and the co-pilot, and all of a sudden there was a shockwave through the whole car. And we all been flying about 20 centimeters high. And Brian, the host, woke up. Oh my God, Mom, I don't want to die. Is that real?
It lifted it up, I think about like 10 inches or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my
It was
God.
crazy. Flat in the air. It was such a big bomb.
The whole thing was just a bumpy ride.
Yeah. Wow. Sounds like you guys hit a gnarly pothole.
But we made it. We're safe. We're back safe.
Yeah. Are you guys going to come
Knock on
back
wood.
again?
We'd love to.
Yeah,
But
sure.
until now, it's we had to kind of like pay everything by ourselves, which is right. That's all right, but we can't afford that every now and then.
Yeah, and at first we will invite the one-time mountain guys to us because we said, okay, there will be some sort of you invited us. Then the next time we're inviting you guys, and the next time we'll come to the US again.
Right.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Well, you guys are not alone in the paying everything by yourself, and I mean that's kind of normal across the board with bands nowadays. You know, so yeah. No, we totally get it. But I'm glad that you had the opportunity, and I love the stories that you guys told about that. That's awesome. It's just neat to it's neat to hear what other people feel or see within our when we walk outside what we see, that sort of thing. So from somebody else's eyes. Yeah, that's cool.
On the theme of live performances, you have an album release party next week, and then after that, what do you guys have lined up? Because the album's dropping. You got to get in front of people. You got to expose people to this music. So what do you guys have lined up for live shows going forward here?
We have I think planned shows are at the moment I think 8 or 9, and we will figure out to get to 20 to 30 shows this year within the season, and the next year we're thinking about going to the studio again and starting to write the third album to involve our new drummer that he's on the record too. And I just started to record new stuff and write new stuff for the third one. But at first, as I mentioned before, we want to promote the new the upcoming album. Within about 20 to 30 shows this year.
Are you guys going to be on any festivals at all?
One festival is within it. That's an hour away from here. I think about 3,000 to 4,000 people there.
Nice.
We will be there this year as the headliner on Saturday. I think so.
Oh,
hell yeah!
Nice.
Great opportunity.
Wow.
And we're just heading out for other festivals and trying to get some support in booking and all that stuff.
It's the thing is with having to look for a new drummer. That was a big problem because getting shows without having a drummer actually, and you don't know when you will have a new drummer, and then he's got to learn all that stuff, and that's a bit of struggle. So we're looking forward. We're hoping to get a lot of more shows, but it's late in the year. So,
yeah. I mean, we're expecting to see you guys on the Wacken stage here before too long.
Would be nice.
Would be nice.
I wouldn't mind.
Have you guys been to that festival?
Nope. Wacken not, but I've been to Rock and Park, Frequency, and Nova Rock. If you know these festivals.
Oh yeah, absolutely, well known.
Rock and Park is a little bit poppy now. Over the last years, they've become a little poppier, and we've been at a how's it called? voting, an online voting for Rock in Park.
Okay.
But they used to take the poppy bands where I was standing in front of it and I say, okay, yeah, that fits perfectly with your festival right now, but it's not rock. And I think your festival is called Rock in Park, so yeah, you should go for
put some rock on there, son of a bitch.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not within their heads, so it's not my decision. But we will go on and trying to get a spot on the festivals.
Yeah.
And even if we're not getting a spot this year, I'm pretty sure we will get within the next year.
Digging in there.
Have you guys considered getting with a booking company that can get you on some of these shows and some of the festivals and whatnot?
Yes, we did.
We considered it. That was it.
No. We tried actually, but we had to find out the hard way. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
Also, like just looking for a booking agency is like, getting your hands on a label or something like that. It's not that easy.
So, you're saying it's not that easy, but can you, for the listening audience, because you know that we do have, bands that are listening in and musicians and stuff, can you, tell us what that experience was like?
Well, we sent out a lot of applications. With we had a demo CD, like 4 tracks. I think 4 tracks from the new album in it.
Yeah.
You can see it now. Yeah, the listeners can't.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Looks nice.
We did a lot of phone calls, letter writing, but either there was like nothing coming back, or they just were not interested, or they said their rooster is full.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, it's definitely walls that other bands are going to be running into or have run into. So thank you for sharing that experience.
Yeah,
welcome.
I think it for getting into or getting in contact or in collaboration with these agencies or something like that. I think the whole product of an artist, because in fact the music you're selling is your product,
right?
As a band, I think the whole product has to be, rounded. It has to be a complete package.
Yeah, polished.
Polished, absolutely. And there are things like your corporate identity and all that stuff. And we've not been working on our corporate identity and all that needed stuff before. We just took notice of it, I think, 1 or 2 months ago, and now we're starting to work that out to make it better with the third album. But that's a pathway. You have to learn that, and it's falling down and standing up again, and learn of your.
It's a lot of learning process.
It's a learning process.
So for the listening audience, we have the guys joining us via video. So we can see them, and we can see the studio and all of this other stuff. And Bo's bouncing. He's a bouncer. You got a lot of energy there, man. Share some. Through our conversation, I'm looking at the studio that you guys are in, and Max, you have a pair of shoes over your head in the ceiling.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm sitting there looking at this, thinking that has a drunk adventure behind it. So tell us why the shoes are hanging from your ceiling.
Harry Potter?
Yeah.
That's protecting from Noggles.
Nice. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was the purpose for the things hanging out.
Oh my God.
That's my Seven Mazes jugs. The first concert we've been playing with Seven Mazes, the release show in 2017.
Yeah.
I've been buying these shoes 2 days before and took notice of that the shoes are fucking too tight. And I was painting these things with our logo and lyrics and all that stuff. And I think I've been wearing them for 2 weeks, and then I just throw them into a corner. And my girlfriend said, okay, I will mount it on top of my room.
I love it.
So every time anybody's asking, I say, and that's protecting from Noggles.
I love it. Thank you.
That just went everywhere, didn't it?
It
went
totally
from
did.
nerdy to kind of interesting to what the hell are you guys doing over there? Just so you know, in the U.S., if you see tennis shoes hanging from a wire, that means there's a drug dealer in the area. and you can get your drugs.
Yeah, okay,
And no joke, I'm not making that up. That is true.
No. I've seen it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, that's how I found my guy. So,
Good call, man. Good call.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So, what's the future got here, man? We got shows going. We got the album release coming. You got any more videos in the lineup? What's going on?
Maybe after the release. I was thinking about, but I didn't even talk to the band about that idea. I was thinking for myself about an official video for Come Whatever May, because the story and the emotion behind that song is pretty big and deep, and I think we could take that in a good video, put that into good pictures, and maybe for that song or Paralyzed.
We've been talking about making some more videos.
Okay, let Uncle Sloppy give you guys some advice here. All right,
Uncle Sloppy.
Come Whatever May needs a video desperately. That is, I'm going to tell you guys right now, that song's got hit written all over it.
It's so good.
We got to get you some exposure. I shared it on our Honest Brutality page again today, but we need some visual to go with that to fire something up behind it. And I think you're right. And Paralyzed as well is a good fucking song, man. It would not hurt to think about putting that into a video as well. I think you're right.
Thank you. That's nice to hear. Thanks.
Yeah. No. Come Whatever May is, I don't know how familiar our audience is. After this show, they're going to be very familiar with it. But that is a powerful song, man. It's really good. That's the one that gets me kind of on an emotional level. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure it does.
Hey, guys, this is where you interject and call him a pussy.
Okay, pussy.
That's kind of our running joke on this show. I call somebody a pussy in every interview. It seems like
he's not a very graceful man over here.
You guys, we've been working with you since right around December, as far as this album's concerned. So the strategy for you so far has been a new single every 2 months, respectively, starting back in December. And now the release. And that's kind of what we discussed when Max first said, hey, we're working on material. I got excited. So we started having this conversation. And we've touched on Come Whatever May, Fire in Your Eyes. A great song. I love that guitar riff. Probably one of my favorite guitar riffs so far out of Seven Mazes. I love that hook. And then recently Stay Together. And we helped you premiere Stay Together on Rock Rage Radio. And you had sent over a spiel, if you will, a sort of a speech, something that you wanted, a statement that you wanted to go in front of it that I recorded and made sure went out in front of the song. The song seemed to have a very special meaning to you, a message that you wanted to convey. What is that message? What does the song mean to you?
The people around the world, there's so much separation. There's so much war and so much hate and all that stuff all around the globe. And we thought about just writing a song to combine people. Music has the ability to combine people, where it doesn't matter where the people coming from, how old they are, what religion, or all that stuff. And that is the message behind that song. We want to combine people to just take them to or get them to standing together and uniting as a human race, as what we are. Equal. Yeah,
I love it.
Well, you all are equal. I'm a little better than everybody else. I shouldn't say that right now.
And just as you were saying, as I was saying before, the video for Stay Together definitely gave the visual of that message that you had just said of the unity and what you were portraying from the vocals of the song. You guys just nailed it with the visual. So yeah, everybody listening, you're definitely going to have to go out and check out this video on YouTube for sure.
Listen to her.
Yes, listen to me.
Words, yeah.
So we have 11 new tracks to look forward to on top of the 3 singles.
Yep.
Right.
That's a lot of music.
It's a lot. That is a lot of music.
Yeah.
They did that last time too. Yeah.
How much of your music hit the cutting room floor when you went in? How many songs did you go in with?
No, when we went in,
we had what we had. We went in with 14 songs plus an acoustic track. Wait, by the way, the acoustic track came by. The idea for the acoustic track came by within the studio time. But
We had some stuff before. I think
we wrote about 25 to 28 songs.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And 14 been selected for the album.
Yeah, you guys are writing machines.
Yeah, but writing is a lot of fun to a certain point.
Yeah.
Well, it's like studio times in 2 weeks, and you're still, you have 5 songs to write stuff to. That can get a pain in the ass. But
here are 6 new songs. Write your stuff on it. So, are you fucking kidding?
When it comes to you guys writing songs, do you guys sit down and have a jam session and try to find something through that, or does somebody bring an idea to the table that's ready to roll?
No, it's
so far not.
At the moment, I'm sitting down and writing all the ground structure of it, the basic. I'm writing down my ideas, doing the pre-production, writing 2 guitars, a rudimentary bass, where Bo just rewrite all that stuff, and I'm just programming the drums at the PC. And then all the musicians are working out that stuff. So they have a idea of what I'm just thinking about, what I'm imagining about that song, and how the emotion should come over. Yeah, and they just writing around, and then we're getting what you can hear.
So, Max, you bring stuff to the table. Do the guys ever come up to you and say, God, that is a piece of shit? What are you doing, Max? They ever hit you up like that? Or are you just like, everything you bring to the table is fantastic?
I think that happened one time from Bo.
I'm not surprised it was Bo.
And that was a not an acoustic track, but it was a ballad, something like that. And I was writing that should have been the 3rd song of the upcoming album. And I was writing
what was it?
I said, okay, man, that should be a poppy song. We need a poppy song that you can play on the radio, and that is pretty simple 4-chord song, or I think I did a 3-chord song or something like that. And I was sitting there, it's that and that, and Bo was listening. Max, I'm sorry, but that is fucking crap. And I was listening to it and said, yeah, I know, but I
actually don't recall.
But instead of that, or next to it, no, not yet. Not a single song.
Did you write any ballads for this album?
Not pure ballads.
Good.
I always try to, as I mentioned before, to combine the hard stuff with the soft stuff.
Yeah.
And to bring the emotion into hard songs, because I think you can combine these 2 parts perfectly if you know how to do it and how to get the floating inside of a song. And we're working with a big dynamic. We're starting hard, and then we're going down into the verse part, where every instrument is going back a little bit and just doing something like a.
It's like you're swimming through a song, basically. Kind of swimming.
Yeah. Just work with all the peaks and all the how would you call that? With the pits and the lands within a song.
Peaks and valleys.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think a great example of that is on your first album with the song "Where Are You Now," because that's one. It's got a heavy riff up the front, and by the end, it's really soft. It's really heartfelt. I mean, there's a lot of emotion in that song. That's a powerful song because I think that one really pertains to your father, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And listening to the lyrics on that. That's a song where I'm rocking out, but I almost got tears in my eyes. You know what I mean? It nails it. I think that it's kind of what you're looking for, right?
Yeah, that means a lot to me, man.
Hats off to you for being able to put a song like that together. It's difficult. There's not a whole lot of bands out there right now, let's face it, that can write lyrics to a heavy song like that. No, it's not heavy, but a hard rocking song, at least at the front end of that, and that could take you through an emotional adventure, basically, to where by the end you almost want to shed a tear because it's so fucking powerful. And you could the thing is you convey it. You're able to convey it through the song, and it really flows, and you're showing your heart a little bit. And that I think that you make yourself vulnerable, and I think that makes for a powerful song. Is what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do within every song, making myself vulnerable. Because I think that's how authentic music, or what's authentic music is made of. If you're showing your insights, showing your emotions, that's the purest thing. And I think that is what art is made of, and music is made of. It's emotion.
Right.
I'm not writing with my head. I'm just writing with my heart and sitting there and try to get my emotion into it.
And that's why people relate to the music.
Exactly.
Yeah, they can relate to what you're saying.
Hopefully,
yeah. No, I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You guys are doing a great job. I don't think it's any secret that us three here at this table are huge fans of you guys.
No secret at all.
We want you guys to succeed tremendously. We love your music. We love your attitudes. Max, we're going to just throw it out there. Max gets online with us all the time during the radio show. And
we go back and forth.
We do a lot of live chat during our radio show, and Max jumps in a lot, and
so much fun.
It's pretty cool because you're over there in Germany, and I know we got bands like from the Hawkins over there, and you'll talk to those guys and Adam Leader sometimes occasionally from England, all these other guys, and we got this big community going. And if you're listening right now, we'd love to have you involved as well.
Absolutely.
But it goes beyond just what you hear on this podcast or radio show right here. We try to stay in touch and make it a community, a rock community, to where we're connecting people.
Doing that.
Yeah. We really try to do that.
Great job.
I just want to say also, Max, especially you, have been a really huge supporter of what we're doing, and just want to say absolutely appreciate you.
You're welcome.
We don't really appreciate Bo because he's not helping us any, but that's all right.
We're going to jump Bo into our little chat.
Bo's going to get in and stir some shit up. I know.
That's why we want him in there. It's going to be fun.
Careful what you wish for, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
The album is Revelations. The band is Seven Mazes. The date is May 24th. Are you guys releasing this thing? Spotify, all over. Where's it going to be released?
Everywhere.
So it's, what is it? Spotify?
It's Spotify,
Amazon.
iTunes, Google Play, I think Deezer, I think Napster, I think everywhere.
Amazon
Music. You can hear it and purchase it everywhere.
Is there anything that we didn't talk about today that you wanted to?
We could start to tell you all our life story, but it will take about
at least 20 minutes
each. No, 10. No, for me maybe 30 because I'm talking around that stuff all the time. I'm just talking all around.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to do the show today.
Thanks for having us.
Love to be here.
We appreciate it.
Seven Mazes.
Oh God, I
love those guys. Love.
You know, some of the bands we work with a lot of bands, obviously.
Yes, we do.
But there's a few of them out there that you on a more personal level, you
right. We've stayed connected, and it's a two-way lane.
Yeah, sure. and it goes well beyond just the show a lot of times.
Right.
It's like when you talk to someone who has a lot of kids or has a lot of grandkids, and I don't want to play favorites.
You're right.
And that's kind of what we're working with a lot of people here. Yeah. We love them all to death.
Yeah.
There's certain bands that we
super connect with,
form this bond with, and this is one of those bands. And there's a lot of reasons. One, they're very personable.
Yeah.
They're very real. They're very down to earth. And it's hard to believe, listening to this new album as much as we have, any of their music really, it's hard to believe that they're still so obtainable and not well known.
Right.
Yeah.
It baffles me.
Yeah.
This is some of the best music that's out there right now as far as being radio friendly, digestible, awesome music that's also heavy. It's like I said earlier in the interview, they really walk that line right down the middle.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's friendly. Yeah. I mean, you can listen to this. My wife will listen to this, and she doesn't like harder music so much.
Right.
But, at the same time, I'll listen to it, and I love the heavier stuff, but it's right there.
Yeah.
An easy path to walk. And I think a lot of it, and we were talking about this, Rebel, is how personal the lyrics are.
Oh yeah,
and how
very
much
emotional.
Yeah, and you can really connect to the lyrics. There's not a lot of bands that can do that,
right?
To where it's the lyrics will draw you.
Well,
in.
and song for song.
Yeah, it's very true.
They might have one on the album that you're like, oh yeah, I'm super. I feel this, but Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. I think that in a couple years we're going to be having a different conversation with these guys.
Yeah, very much. Very much so.
Absolutely. And they're surrounded by talent over there in their region that they could very well be partnered up with. We could see some really cool stuff. So I'm not trying to be too vague, but like if you could imagine these guys on tour with Disconnected.
Right. Oh, yeah, it'd be amazing.
You know, that whole thing. In Search of Sun. All of these bands kind of.
That would be a great match for them, actually.
Getting together, you know.
Search and
Flight of Eden. Guys. I mean, just it'd be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great things.
So.
The album is Revelations. The band is Seven Mazes. Check it out. We highly recommend it. Thank you so much for listening to Honest Brutality. We appreciate you so much. If you're a first-time listener, thank you so much. And if you're a repeat offender, even better. We love it when you come back for more abuse. Follow us on all of our socials. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Pretty active on Facebook. The other ones here and there. I don't know. We're trying. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, do us a favor. Leave us a rating and review. It helps. We don't understand why, how, or whatever, but it helps. So do it.
We're always trying to help you. Help us out once in a while.
In a waller.
In a while. I was trying to say once in a while there, but I said once in a waller.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
You can listen to
Thanks for calling it out, Rebel.
You're welcome.
You can listen to Big Sloppy make even more mistakes every Saturday on our radio show on Rock Rage Radio. That's every Saturday.
Some would argue I made 4 of those.
Oh, yeah. That is every single Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific on Rock Rage Radio. Get the app, listen to it on your web browser, wherever you get it. We are blowing FM radio out of the water with our programming.
FM can suck it.
Yeah, and again, we're not safe for work and not safe for family functions unless you're a dysfunctional family like ours. But come over and listen to us there. We really would appreciate it. It's 3 hours of bands like Seven Mazes, bands you may not have heard of that you should have heard of.
Very much.
And we're going to do that. We're going to have some fun, do metal news. We have a fun little segment where Rebel gives some advice. That's a good time. We give even worse advice to try to help out. Sloppy and I. And we have a lot of fun doing it.
Yes, we do.
You can also check us out on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, Center Stage with Honest Brutality. So much like this conversation that we just had with Seven Mazes, we pull highlights out of the conversation and we plug their music, and that is on Rock Rage Radio. So you have 1 full hour dedicated to a band. And that is 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Rock Ridge Radio.
And we're very accessible. If you want to give us a call, 530-962-0411. Again, that's 530-962-0411. We would love to hear from you. We love hearing from our fans or people that hate us. Fuck them. We don't. If you hate us, great. That's all the better.
Call us and tell us what you think about Seven Mazes and what they're doing.
Yeah, we'd like to get some feedback on these guys. They deserve it. You deserve to listen to this album and really appreciate it for what it is.
And we love taking those phone messages and plugging them into the radio show here and there for some fun little tasty tidbits of listeners' input. It's really good stuff. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, be good people, take care of one another, and most importantly,
stay metal.
Stay metal.
Hi, this is Max.
This is Bo.
And you're listening to our new song, Paralyzed, on Honest Brutality. is it eventually possible that you change your fucking attitude, Max?
I fucking love it. Oh, it's perfect. I love it.
I love it. That's pretty fucking good, Max.